I'm excited because I get to talk about something that is very known in our company, and that is being a STAR consultant. And so I want to kind of give you, we're going to talk about my take on it and where you can play with this goal. And we're going to talk about some other things too, but that's primarily what they wanted me to talk about was being a STAR. We're 6 days away from being a STAR. Today is the 10th, and so, you know, we're still in the morning, so I'm counting today. So we've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 6 days to knock this out. And I don't care if you're at 0, I'm a firm believer that everything in this company comes from selling. And, you know, the recruit, Mary Kay Ash said that. Nothing happens until someone sells something. So I think that STAR definitely comes from that as well, unless you're brand new. I don't think we have anybody brand new. Okay, so tell me the benefits, like, just haul around of being a STAR. Like, what are the benefits that you see? Say it again.
Inventory.
Yep, inventory, having inventory, selling it now.
Our names are up on the website.
On your, like Emily's website, or?
No, on referrals and stuff.
Oh, yes, oh, the referral program, yeah, which I love the referral program. It's a beautiful thing when it's just like, oh, here's a customer, you know. What are some other benefits? Prizes, yes, very good. Parties at seminar, so we get the 5th STAR prize, you know, so that all-star, we're gonna be talking about that some today too. I think that pride, we have a sense of pride. I always tell my new consultants, like, being a STAR is like the first track you run on, is you really, that is like your consistent, like your steady pace, this is the track, this is where we start, and that way you can just build on that. I've never missed a STAR quarter. I had September 1st was my 13th anniversary. And so, and I think it was because that's how Emily taught me when I came in is, you know, well, there's the cliche stars run cars and all of that, but it was that steady, I'm an S personality, so steady, safety, security, like where can I play that is a good starting gate, that is a good place to start that I can achieve. It'll stretch me a little bit. But for me, that was the place that I chose to kind of dig in. The recruiting came later for me. Some people come out the gate recruiting really strong, but I am a stronger seller, so my opportunity for improvement is in that recruiting. Let's see, special events, party registration for seminar in April. You're leading by example. You're building a strong, by that leading by example, you're building your team strong because they're watching you. Monkey see, monkey do. That is the truth. And whether or not you think they know what you're doing or not, it is such a reflection. What my unit is doing is an absolute reflection of me. And so if they're doing great, then they're watching me work. If we're having a lull in my unit, then I look at my own activity first thing, like, because even if they're not with me every single day, they know, your team knows what you're doing. Okay, do you know your number? Like right now, I'm not going to ask you, but if I were to go around the room, do you know how much you have left to get to STAR if you're not already a STAR? Good. If you don't, make a note that you need to be tracking that. Tracking your wholesale, your retail, those things. If you don't know your number, it's really tough for you to be able to hit the number. It's kind of like if you're, you know, you go out to shoot a bow and arrow and there's a bullseye over there on a big thing of hay. Oh, but first, someone's going to take you and put a blindfold on you and like move you all over, and then you're going to try and shoot, right? You have to know what you're shooting at, and so I hate tracking. I'm just going to be very real and transparent. I don't like to track. And so I had to figure out a way for me to track that I would actually do. Because you can print the most amazing tracking sheet. It'll be so cute. It's so awesome. Tracking sheets don't work for me. I have to track in something that I'm already using. So for me, I track in my planner because I'm already using that. And so I do like paper. I also have a Google Calendar, so I have both because of my family and, you know, I have to know what's going on with them to book appointments. And so, but in that paper planner, one of the things I do is I track how many touches, I call them touches, how many touches I have per day. So with every call or text that goes out, I just get a little ticky mark. And then I track my yeses, my nos, right? So I want to, and total touches, yeses, nos. Oh, there's one more thing. I'll come back to it. Don't let me forget. There's 4 things, and they're ticky marks, and it's not pretty and cute. I like when things are pretty and cute, but I find that if I've got matter where you are, you can finish strong. So I want to talk about preparation for being a star every quarter, and then we're going to go into specifically in the next 6 days and things that we can do, okay? So preparation to be a star every single quarter. I want you to be prepared. So I want you to have your scripts, and for me, my scripts, I have a script notebook, which I should have brought, but I also use Evernote. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Evernote, but it is basically an app where you can have 2 devices. So I choose for my 2 devices, my phone and my laptop. I hate to do things on my phone a little bit. I'd rather do it on the computer. So what I do is I create notes in Evernote. So I name it, and so script for vendor table follow-up, and inside that note are my scripts for the vendor table follow-up. So you're breaking them up so it's not just a big blob of notes. They have titles, you can alphabetize them however you want to sort them. So I do that on my computer. So if I find a script, I copy it, I go into Evernote on my computer, paste it, title it, done, and then I go into the app on my phone and it's in there so I can copy paste. So a lot of those scripts are for texting. So all my hostess coaching, all of that is in my Evernote. And we have the notes on your phone, but I can't input it on the computer for notes on my phone. That's why I like Evernote, because I like to be able to copy paste. If you're having to retype, that's not a great use of your time, right? So make it easy. So have your scripts, have them accessible. I am 13 years in, and I still look at a script when I am making phone calls because I get a little distracted. I don't know if you guys struggle from that, but I have my, and I change them out. It's not like they're, I can't move them around and tweak them, but I still have them in a notebook so that I can look at them because I don't want to, I want to stay focused. I want to honor her time and not sound like I'm distracted. I did bring, when I give my new consultants, this is just we call it our Mary Kay playbook, and it has a lot of the scripts, some of the things I'll be referring to today of the Google form and how I use that for profiling and stuff, so I will give y'all that. There's nothing special in it. Y'all know there's nothing new in Mary Kay 56 years on next Friday, or this Friday, it's Tuesday. But if it could be helpful. One of my pet peeves is when people train and they're like, oh, but I'm not gonna, you can figure that out. And you're like, well, it'd be easier if I had yours and I could tweak it, make it mine. So I didn't want to refer to it and not have it for you guys to see. So I will give those out. But to me, knowing what you're gonna say is half the battle. It makes me feel more confident. I think, because, I don't care how long you've been here. If there are things that make you nervous, getting on the phone is one of those things for me. And it's easier, of course, but as prepared as I can be, it helps me to be that much better. Know your products. I know that sounds silly, but I'm just here to tell you that I have so many consultants that I'm like, well, have you tried that? No. Okay, well, we might want to try it. So that you are, I may not use all the products on a day-to-day, but I know what they feel like, and so it helps you to be able to talk about it from a not as salesy vantage point, but from experience, and that's how we sell, because we're really selling ourselves first. The product sells itself, but we do have to facilitate a little bit. Be ready for appointments. Nina talked about it, how she's ready. Like she could warm chat someone and be like, okay, come meet me at my house. I know for me, so I haven't done this in years, but I actually don't work out of my house. I have it's a long story, but my mom and I own a house here, and there's a guest house behind it of that house. So it's just a guest house, but it's just not at my own house because my husband also works at home and we just don't have the space for all that. But I can remember about probably 5 years back and prior, so I've been a director for a while, done all this stuff, but I would have a party in my studio and I would leave it. And I would come back to that mess the next day. And you guys, maybe it's been more like 8 years, but it really would mess with me because how would I start my day is I would go into my studio and I'd have to clean up first thing. And so I would just say, be prepared. And I certainly could have warm chat and bring anybody back there because that was not good. So be ready for appointments. And if you have a hard time doing that, maybe have an assistant unpack and repack for you. Whatever works so that you are You know, when tomorrow am I booking my appointments? When am I coaching my appointments? Because I find that it's easy for those things, so I'll just do it tomorrow and I'll just do double, but we never do. And so then we're just constantly behind, we're like running in peanut butter, right? And so being intentional about the things that matter, so not organizing inventory, of course, but things that are IPAs that will move you closer to whatever your next goal is. Always do PCP and always follow up. I use a text blast service for that follow-up, and my assistant does it for me. I try to delegate the things, and as I've grown in my business and my unit size, I've delegated more. So I started out delegating just a little, but I delegate anything non-people. People is my heart, and so I just don't delegate that. But using a text service like Project Broadcast, or if your director uses Shane's office, she has one as well that's for consultants called Easy Blast, but your director has to use that. But that's what I use, Easy Blast. And I love it because like when I go in and I want to send a text blast to my customers, the list is already saved in there because it automatically updates from InTouch every day. So they're going in and harvesting that information. So I think that's what makes Easy Blast just a little more user friendly. Remember that you're branding you. So every day you want to remind yourself, how can I brand myself today? And you might be at Target in yoga pants, and that's okay. Because I'm certainly a casual gal for a lot of my life. I homeschool my kids and I have 2 boys, so there's all that. But I do the things I can to brand myself. So, do you have a sticker on your car? Do you have it on your voicemail? Do you wear your pin or a Mary Kay pin? Or do you carry a purse that was a Mary Kay prize that is a conversation piece? Anything you can do to market yourself. So when you think about like Target and the things that they do, let's go different, Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, I get a million coupons from these people. They text me, they email me. I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond, they are serious about branding themselves and marketing to you. And so what can you do on your level with your business that are things that don't cost a lot that you could do that might just be a tiny shift or a tiny shift of intention, but could make a big difference. Social media, so really incorporated, so you guys are probably all over that. So when I came in 13 years ago, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have texting, which is crazy to think about. But if you're not up on your social media game, I say pick 2 and run with that. I highly recommend a VIP closed group on Facebook to be able to communicate with customers on a personal level. So I educate in that. I do live videos in there. I do run an occasional sale, nothing big, just, if I get, usually it's like something's gonna discontinue, or if I'm overstocked in it. It's usually a sale to benefit my inventory, not to benefit them. I usually run only 2 sales a year, except for those little random ones. So for me, I pick Facebook and Insta, because those are the 2 easiest for a gal my age. And I really rotate on my Facebook and my Instagram of like personal, business, personal, and try and show my life versus, hey, look at this new flyer that I stole from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's almost shouting. Like you want to put those in, but separate them with the more personal aspects of you, the things that represent, because of your Mary Kay life, what benefits, what are you afforded? Like what can you do because you have a Mary Kay business, and make that be a picture. Now, I don't know how some people on Facebook, particularly a few nationals and top directors, I'm like, do you have paparazzi at your house all the time? It's not even just like random, mine are all selfies, but they're like in their kitchen, and we're all like, who's taking these pictures? So don't be overwhelmed and do nothing, I guess is my point in that, because that makes me kind of want to shut down, like I'll never be as good as, Kristen Sharp, and so do something. But I do think social media is one of those things that you can't ignore really right now. Attend events, preach to the choir, you're here. Be sure that you have a system for your customers and a system for your customer service. How can you celebrate your customers?
Is that what you mean by have a system?
Right, so like, what does it look like for when you send out an order? Is your system, do you always have samples on there with a coupon? one for the samples? Do you put tissue paper in there? Do you put a handwritten note? What is just as simple as, what do you do for your orders? Because then, if you have the system and you like to put a goodie bag with samples, then your assistant can create the goodie bag with samples. But if you don't have the system, then you're having to do that, you know what I'm saying? And a system for customer service. So, like, when I have a new customer come to me and I meet her, in the normal places, she comes to an appointment and buys some product, right? And I have a different system if they don't buy product, but, not the next month, but her second month, she gets a text from me, my assistant, and it just says, hey, I love meeting you, so much fun a couple months ago, and, as a welcome to my customer base, you get one item at 25% off, So I'm putting the ball out there, because sometimes you hear people buy, but then they don't buy again, and they don't really respond, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just kind of, I like to, if I'm gonna ask for something, I wanna give something, and so to offer, whatever, it doesn't matter, it could be,
Birthdays.
I do birthdays, yes. But what I find is that, like, if she comes in June, but her birthday's not till February, I didn't have a system for reaching out consistently. Does that make sense? So kind of figure out, what do you want your service to look like? If you were your customer, what would be nice to be receiving on your end so that you could incorporate that? And then how can you systemize it? How can you, and it may not be today, but in 6 months and you're ready to start delegating some more, how can you systemize it so it can be delegated? Okay, let's see. Have your hostess plan. I ask consultants a lot, so what's your hostess plan? And when you have to pause or explain, you gotta know your hostess plan. You gotta stick with it for 60 to 90 days before you even think about doing anything else. You gotta work in enough numbers. I taught math, and so, I believe in averages, and you have to give it enough time and stick with it and do enough appointments in there to see, is this even working for you or not? So have your party plan in place. So if I'm a new customer that you met at Target, what does that look like? If you meet me at a party, but I'm new to you, if I come to somebody else, come to my friend who was your hostess, what does that look like? So how are you booking those appointments? So do you have themes they can choose from? Are you making it fun? You guys, don't make this business too hard and complicated. You have to have fun. And when you're thinking about other people, it really does help to just have fun, be in the moment, and enjoy. You have to love building relationships here, especially for my leaders in the room, because you guys do want to grow your business. That's why you're in red. You're not in red by accident, right? So you gotta love people. So have your party plan in place. Have your after party plan in place. Because my after party plan used to be, especially because it wasn't at home, I wanted to get home to my littles, and so I would just leave that studio a mess. Well, and as you can imagine, that really messed with my critical 6 inches. Took me a while to figure it out too. So have your after party plan in place. I know a director who literally puts all the mirrors and everything in a trash bag, and she gives it to her assistant. Whatever works for you, man. All right. That's a little much for me. Like, I have to have it more organized than that. What'd you say?
Kristen Sharp does the same thing.
With the trash bag?
She has a black tablecloth,
That's
and she picks it all up like a trash bag, puts it in a plastic bin that everything's in, and puts it in her car, and her sister does the rest.
Yeah. And she's the queen of bins.
Yeah.
Like, Kristen Sharp is like, she is a system master, for sure. And really, I've learned a ton of systems from her. But I love that because she did a great party. Obviously, she's doing a ton a year, but she's not going to do with this part. Like, she can delegate this. There's no people in that. So thank you for sharing that. I'd forgotten
I'm from
she did that.
Atlanta, so I've been to.
Oh, me too. Oh, yeah. Your inventory, if at all possible, have it on display. Make it as boutique-y as you have space to do so, and that could be a Craigslist bookcase, but setting it so they can see it. Do you have enough inventory? Do you have too much inventory? Both of those can be problems in your business and shut you down. Do you forget what you need to order? There's a system there. Either after every party, go in, create an order on InTouch, and go ahead and order put in what you need and save the order. Use the consultant order form to make ticking marks of what you need to order. Because how many times you can order like, oh my goodness, I'm totally out of deep run. How did I forget to put it in this order? So have a system so you don't forget what you need to order. Your goal is to probably order once or twice a month. shipping is just, oh, it's eating away your profits, it hurts your feelings so much. I rarely use CVS. I pretty much mail almost everything unless they just order so much that it's silly. But I use Pirate Ship for mailing, if you haven't heard of Pirate, like a pirateship.com. I used to use PayPal for shipping. Pirate Ship is a light years better. There's actually customer service there. All you need to buy is like a $10 scale. And it saves you money. You can just print the label, cut it, and tape it on, or you can buy like sticky labels. But either way, it just saved me so much money and so much time. I haven't been to the post office in about a year and a half except to buy stamps, and I was going like 4 days a week. So I will not.
How do you get it out? Who picks it up? Where you bring it?
So I can put it in my mailbox because it has the label already on it. So like with my outgoing mail, or I can put it in any, drop it, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have to do any special pickup or anything. You just leave it and go, which is great. And Pirate Ship is the best one that I have found for sure.
Your mail carrier gets overtime with more packages in your mailbox, so you're helping them too.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah.
I had a team member that was in the post office.
I was trying to remember who took, like, where did I learn that? Because that's in there, but it wasn't in the front, you know? It's, I'm old, it's filed away. Girl, you just wait. Image. So preparation to be a star is acting as if you already are. And when I say image, a lot of times in this company we'll think like skirt and hose and closed-toe shoes, and that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about representing you well, at your best, at what makes you feel confident. Like you said, if you run into somebody and you've got on cut-off jean shorts, that's how you're going home with her. Like, let's go to the appointment. Preparation to be a star is having sales, not discounting, but just selling, SALES. And with my sales, I do Pink Week. I do the entire week because that's how I shop. I don't shop on one day. And then I do my customer appreciation sale every June. I sold $3,700 in between Friday about 11 to Saturday at 2. It's a live sale in June for me because I want to give their space, right? And then at the end of the sale, I do a Facebook Live video on my VIP page, and then my out-of-time customers can shop from what's left. But the priority are the people who come to me live. And then in November, obviously, that's done through my website. So having a website makes that sale critical because you get a timestamp when the order is placed, and all of those orders tend to be like, if you order between this time and this time, you get this much off for Pink Friday. And so the website makes a huge difference, and it's, running through my website, not blowing my phone up,
I wish I could rewind that whole segment and just play it again.
Oh, we
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay, it's good.
And feel free to, I'm on Voxer, I'm J Bear, so I don't know if those other Joelle members, but that's my Voxer thing is J Bear. And so if you're like, hey, can you elaborate on this, please, I would love to, reach out anytime. With your deliveries, and so including live deliveries and mailing stuff, go the extra mile. I love to put stickers on them, I love to put tissue in them. I like to put samples with a coupon in there that and it's usually if they order one of those products in the next like 10 to 14 days. So I make it quick because I want them ordering again.
Do you DIY those coupons that you put in there?
Yeah, I made them, the ones I have right now, I think on Vistaprint, but Pink Printing has some that you just fill in the blank. So the ones I have now have my picture on them, but I'm like, I'm probably just gonna order them from Pink Printing because that's easy. I don't have to order in bulk and, a picture doesn't look like me, my hair's really short. Snail mail. Snail mail is a great way to show people that you really care about them because Santa Roche is like the queen of sending stuff in the mail because we don't get anything fun in the mail anymore. It's bills, right? And so take something that is kind of vintage and use that to your benefit because it takes a lot more effort to snail mail something than it does to send a text. Would you agree? Yeah. So going the extra mile with all of your deliveries, you can put a balloon on it. I love to deliver to their office. It's my favorite. Like even if I can't go to her house, I'll be like, hey girl, I'm gonna be out in your area tomorrow near where you work. Can I just come by?